Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday and honestly, the weather outside is gorgeous, but I'm stuck inside staring at these General Hospital previews and pulling my hair out. Grab a coffee or whatever you need to get through this because we have a lot of ground to cover and my brain is absolutely fried. Let's just dive right into the madness. So let's start with Willow Cain. Congresswoman Willow Cain, if we are being formal today. Wednesday's June 3 episode is bringing us some seriously uncomfortable moments outside the Quartermain boathouse. Willow is going to have a proposal for Harrison Chase to consider, a job offer. She actually hints that there might be a position more in line with his skill set. What does that even mean? Is she asking him to be her head of security or something along those lines? Because honestly, what other skill set does Chase have that applies to a politician? He's a cop, a good cop, but still, Chase is totally taken aback by this. He's just standing there probably looking like a deer in headlights, mulling over this proposition. And you know what? I don't blame him one bit. Willow has been acting so unhinged lately. Just a few episodes ago, she was having a massive public meltdown and screaming at Jacinda Bracken at Crimson. Now she's calmly offering Chase a job. It is giving me whiplash. It really is. But let's look at the bigger picture here. Michael Corinthos. We all know Michael is secretly pulling the strings behind this entire mess. He is actively trying to set his own wife up in a cheating scandal with Chase. He even hired Elaine, that private investigator, to snap photos of them looking cozy. What kind of husband does that, okay? Maybe I'm being too harsh. Willow did shoot Drew Cain, and Michael is holding on to that proof to get sole custody of the kids. So he wants her to look unstable and unfaithful. But it's just so dark. Michael is going full villain era, and it's honestly a bit terrifying to watch. He wants Willow to surrender to temptation. And putting Chase in her orbit as her employee, that is a recipe for absolute disaster. Who actually believes this is going to end well? Nobody. Literally nobody. And of course, who happens to walk by and see this little intimate boathouse chat, Tracy Quartermain? Because of course she does. Tracy is returning from Windermere, which by the way, is a whole other chaotic mess with Danny and Charlotte breaking in and causing issues for Sidwell and Ava. But Tracy gets back to the mansion and catches a glimpse of Chase and Willow looking way too close for comfort. You guys know Tracy. She is not going to approve of this. Not one bit. Tracy has been fiercely protective of Brooklyn's chances to adopt Phoebe. She just told Brooklyn to keep her mouth shut about her secret from the night of Jordan's car crash. Tracy wants everything perfect for BLQ. Seeing Chase hanging out privately with Willow, Tracy is going to lose her mind. She will probably start scheming to get Willow out of the picture immediately. Tracy does not play around when it comes to her family's happiness. Speaking of Brooklyn, she is gonna get a hint about this whole cozy situation. In the preview video for Wednesday, we hear Brooklyn asking forgive him for what? Who is she talking to? Tracy, Michael, whoever it is, Brooklyn is probably going to find out about this boathouse moment. And she is going to be fuming. Let's be real. She already caught them having a close moment at Willow's place recently. Brooklyn's guilt over the Route 91 crash is already eating her alive. She feels guilty that Curtis got accused of driving, which led to him destroying Isaiah's hand. She is stressed out of her mind, and now she has to worry about her soon-to-be husband getting too close to Willow. It's too much. Brooklyn might just snap and confess everything, or she might just go after Willow. Either way, it's going to be explosive, and I am here for the drama. So, switching gears a bit, let's talk about Michael and his sister, Christina Corinthos Davis. Christina is going to meet up with Michael and discover that she could use a favor. Michael is probably wondering what exactly Christina needs him to do. I mean, they have a lot going on with the whole mob vacuum and Jason being gone. But Christina is going to admit that she is officially headed to medical school before delivering her request. Yes, she finally got accepted. We saw her tell Molly about it at Bobby's recently, warning her about some bad idea. It is huge news, but it also means she has to leave Port Charles. The writers are clearly setting up Christina's exit from the show. It makes me a little sad because I've been following her journey for a while, but it makes sense for the character to finally move on. But here's the thing. Christina has responsibilities. She has the youth center. She has Charlie's Pub. She can't just pack up her bags and leave all of that unattended. So she is probably going to seek Michael's help when it comes to hiring people to run her youth center and even Charlie's Pub. She needs someone she can trust, or at least someone who won't burn the pub down to the ground. And, you know, what the rumors are saying, it wouldn't be too surprising if Jacinda Bracken took over the pub since she seems to really like the place. Jacinda, the former escort who has been manipulating Charlotte Cassadine for Jack Brennan. The same Jacinda who just got into a massive screaming match with Willow at Crimson. Honestly, if Jacinda takes over the pub, it would be hilarious. Imagine Willow walking in to get a drink and seeing Jacinda behind the bar. The drama would be top tier. But also, what is Christina thinking? Why would she leave her beloved pub to someone like Jacinda? Maybe Michael will handle the hiring and he'll pick Jacinda just to spite Willow. That actually sounds exactly like something current Michael would do. He is petty enough. I just hope the youth center goes to someone responsible. Because these kids in Port Charles have enough trauma as it is. They don't need Jacinda giving them life advice. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. The whole town is just one bad decision away from collapsing. Alright, let's get into the heavy stuff. Turning woods. We have Valentine Cassadine and Carly standing in Jack Brennan's room. Valentine and Carly. What a weird duo, right? Jocelyn just exposed their secret affair to Brennan a few episodes ago in his Metro Court suite. Brennan was so alarmed, and now here they are making a deal. Valentine and Carly are going to tell Brennan that their help comes at a price. They want to know the truth about Jocelyn Jacks and her whereabouts, because Jocelyn is missing. She has been missing for a minute, and Carly is finally putting the pieces together. Brennan is going to swear up and down that he didn't send Jocelyn on any WSB assignment. He will insist he has absolutely no idea where she is, and honestly, I believe him. Brennan is a lot of things. He's a blackmailer, he's a spy. He is a total mess right now, recovering from Nina's paralytic injections. But he doesn't seem to be behind Jocelyn's disappearance. He will probably point out that Ross Cullum doesn't have the black box combination. Cullum doesn't know what is in the redacted files from the 5 Poppies. So Brennan doesn't think Cullum is behind it either. It is a dead end. Just a complete and total dead end for Carly. And Carly... oh boy, Carly's gonna flip out. When Brennan says he doesn't know, it is going to become crystal clear to Carly that her daughter has been kidnapped. Jocelyn would never, ever go off on her own without saying goodbye. She just wouldn't. Carly knows her kid. The realization that Jocelyn is being held against her will somewhere is going to send Carly into full mother bear mode. You do not want to mess with Carly when her kids are in danger. She is going to tear Port Charles apart looking for her. I almost feel bad for whoever took her. Almost. Because Carly on a warpath is a scary, scary thing to witness. But we the viewers know exactly where Jocelyn is. She is trapped on Spoon Island. She is being held captive by Cassius Faison, who is running around impersonating Nathan West. It is so creepy. Cassius is literally using Nathan's face to manipulate Dante and hold Jocelyn hostage. Jocelyn is tough, though. We know she is brainstorming ways to escape. She even tried to ambush Cassius with a sneak attack recently. It didn't fully work, but she is getting creative. The longer she is locked up, the more motivated she gets. I just really hope Britt Westbourne or Lucas Jones can help her down the road, because this storyline is giving me major anxiety. But Britt is on the run with Rocco right now, so who knows how that is going to play out. Meanwhile, let's talk about the mob side of things. Jen Sidwell is still a massive problem, and now we have Detective Joe Fitzpatrick getting involved. Fitzpatrick is going to have a grilling session with Pascal about Marco Rios' demise. Marco was Sidwell's son. Remember, Lucas was just mourning him at Bobby's with Carly. Marco died trying to prove himself to Lucas. And now Fitzpatrick is grilling Pascal. But here's the catch. We know Fitzpatrick is playing things close to the vest. He has a hidden agenda. He might secretly be working as an informant for Sidwell and Cullum. So this interrogation, it could be enough to spook Pascal and raise Jen Sidwell's suspicions. And it is going to work. Pascal is going to be spooked. It will likely raise Sidwell's suspicions about Pascal's involvement in everything. Which brings us to Sonny Corinthos and Laura Collins. Sonny is going to insist that if they offer Sidwell a suspect, he'll bite. Sonny has his grand master plan. He wants Sidwell to suspect Pascal of betraying him. Sonny is hoping that Pascal will get so scared of Sidwell that he will turn on his boss to save himself. Pascal helps Sidwell cover up Henry Dalton's murder. If Pascal flips, they can finally take Sidwell down and clear Laura's name. It sounds like a solid plan on paper. Sonny is always so confident in these moments. But this is Port Charles. Plans never work out. Lucas Jones is going to start panicking. Lucas will ultimately worry he's blabbed too much. He brought up Marco to Carly. He talked to Britt. He has been running his mouth because he is grieving. Lucas is going to realize that Sidwell is a psychopath. Sidwell doesn't wait for a trial. If Sidwell even suspects Pascal, He will shoot first and ask questions later, which means Pascal might not live long enough to be of any use to Sunny and Laura. Pascal could end up dead before he ever signs a confession. It looks like Pascal could land in a very dangerous situation. It just makes me wonder what they were thinking. Why would Sunny rely on such a fragile plan? He is usually smarter than this. But maybe Jason being gone has really messed with his head, and Laura, poor Laura, is just desperate to end this blackmail nightmare. She even allied with Ezra Boyle after he confessed to framing her. They are all just throwing things at the wall and hoping something sticks. But Pascal is landing in a very, very dangerous situation. If Sidwell finds out what Pascal knows, it is game over. So yeah, that is where we are at. A whole lot of messy drama, a whole lot of people making bad choices, and me sitting here trying to make sense of it all. I am so tired, guys, but I can't look away. Let me know what you think about Willow offering Chase a job. Is she out of her mind? And do you think Carly is going to figure out Jocelyn is on Spoon Island before it's too late? Drop your thoughts. I need to know I'm not the only one stressing over this. See you in the next one.